Hi everyone, Season 10 is starting in less than a day, and since my previous video about Season 10, the best build according to me, in this video I'm going through all my builds. Here you can see I'm going through all my build, giving you my takes about the classes, which class gonna be the strongest, what are the best build. Since that video I got a lot of questions about what's gonna be my plan for Season 10, what class I'm gonna start, what build I'm gonna play. So I don't always start sorcerer at launch, but this season I'm gonna play sorcerer. Like every season, I will start with this build, the Hydra one, level 1 to 60. I do think it's probably one of the best build, if not the best. You can also play some lightning build with lightning spear, shocking impact and stuff, but leveling is just roughly like a few hours. I don't think you guys should bother. You could literally play anything and reach level 60 pretty easily. So for me, this one is the most efficient one. I have a video here from previous season here where I go through the build. I show you the gameplay. I tell you exactly what to do. So if you're not familiar with it, feel free to watch the video again. For the strategy, I have the shit of Rob, probably gonna do groupthink leveling together, so it's still pretty simple every season. Just like start a new character, create a seasonal character, don't forget to pick your pet, get your mercenary. All of this is if you have the DLC and you're playing seasonal also, then usually every season we have a season theme and we have a quest. It's almost always the best to pick the quest. So you're gonna pick the quest. I believe we're gonna go on Helltide for leveling, especially now the is Chaos Rift. They introduced Chaos Rift like I don't know, today or yesterday they were talking about Chaos Rift, so probably a good way to level up. But yeah, not gonna go through all the doc. I'm gonna put that in the description if you wanna read. I'm also gonna be live on Twitch, on X, probably on YouTube, so you can see what we are doing live. You can ask questions, you can give feedback. You can also join the Discord here and ask in public channel question. We got some people here that's gonna be able to help you. YouTube for streaming, X, and Twitch. And yeah, if I have something to say about leveling from 1 to 60, in addition to the video here, I would add that for leveling, the only thing that matters most is just the skill tree. Because this build is super strong, because you don't need anything. Like usually when you want to play a build, there are requirements to be able to play the build, but this one, there are no requirements. You can play the build with nothing. If you have the aspect, like everything I can explain in my guide, I just rewrote everything. But if you got the aspect, is only a good bonus that's gonna help. But if you don't, it's not a big deal. The only thing that is important is the leveling path. Leveling path means what? Means that you're gonna put point into your skill tree in that exact order. I work on this order to make it as optimal as possible. So as you level up, you're just gonna look at the leveling path and you're just gonna skill your skill like this. If you need, there is a gameplay rotation here. Don't forget to put your enchantments. Enchantment very important. If you haven't completed the quest, you can do it quickly. You're gonna have a pop-up. I think it's a ping quest, but I think most of the people here have the quest, so. Then most important thing is the transition from when you reach level 60, you want to go to T1. I wrote everything here as easily as possible, but basically when you reach level 60, you want to temper your gear, you want to gamble your obol at the vendor trying to get ancestral gear, and start doing some pits to be able to get obols, get XP, going to T1, and then after you've done all this, you have, ancestral gear, some tempering, then you can target unique. You can just farm some bosses by doing Helltide. Helltide gonna give you the mats to summon the bosses. or you can also do Undercity if you have the DLC. But yeah, the main thing is when you reach level 60, you go to T1. When you go to T1, you're gonna pick a T1 to T4 progression build. I have two. I think it's the two best build. There is Hydra that I've done the last season. I have a guide here if you wanna see. I think on this Hydra build I even have a transition one. I made this video, the transition one, when I was live on Twitch, and I was just like in T1 or T2, and I explained to you how to do it. It's gonna be the same in season 10. So you're gonna pick either the Hydra one or the Crackling Energy one. Crackling Energy one, it's a new one with the change of Esadora, the new unique here. The principle gonna be the same, as I said. You reach T1, you're gonna look at the requirements, what do you need to get the build started, and then you're gonna hunt for it. You're gonna farm for it, and when you get the requirements, you're just gonna progress through T1 to T4. I wrote a little text to help you if you're not comfortable with video. So when you have farmed all the requirements that you need for those builds, what you're gonna do is just farming Paragon level. Farming Paragon level, the best way to farm Paragon level is just doing pits. The completion of the pits give you obols to gamble more items, but it also gives you Paragon. Paragon is super important because it's the best way to get stronger at this stage of the game. When you unlock legendary nodes gonna give you like 60-50% damage, so very important. For example, on the Crackling Energy, as you can see, I'm just rushing legendary nodes. For the T1 starter build, when you get the requirement on the Paragon board, you're just rushing Static Search to help you with mana. I don't know like if that's gonna be final, because I'm gonna play the build, I'm gonna adjust it. Ceaseless Conduit, that's gonna give you tremendous amount of damage because of Crackling Energy, and I think this is like triple the damage. I need to check again in game. Then Enchantment Master, that's gonna give you again 68% damage. So those three boards, you are also like 4 to 5 times more damage. That's why it's so important to do the pits. By doing that, you're gonna do the pits, then you're gonna gamble your obols at the vendor, trying to get Encelso's item. Remember, your priority is to get Encelso's item on your weapon. That's the biggest damage boost. And then you're gonna progress, you're gonna get stronger and stronger. By getting stronger, you can farm higher bits. And meanwhile, you can also run some hordes to get some chaos unique and seasonal power. Some build requires a seasonal power, some don't, but if you get seasonal power, that's gonna make you really stronger. So I would say in T1, just try to get all the requirements, you try to get the unique, and you try to get the chaos power, because that's gonna make your journey like way easier. And then yeah, you can get some Obducite from the horde, you can start masterworking some stuff. It doesn't need to be perfect, it's just gonna help you a bit. And also you can keep farming boss material, and you can doing tormented bosses like Belial. T3 is more than enough. Usually when we start the season, we do that in T3. T4 it's kinda hard, it depends on the season, but if you do that in T3 is more than enough. Getting Mythic Unique is the last step for you to switch to the endgame build, so very, very important. And by doing that, you're gonna get to Paragon 100, 150, 200. You're gonna get from T1 to T3. You're gonna target farm those Mythic Unique. You're gonna try to get like better gear with obols and stuff. That way you get stronger, and that's how you reach T4. So I will personally play 99%. I think I will go Crackling Energy because it's a new build. Hydra, I'm pretty confident that there are not many changes. Hydra, I did that last season. I updated everything, so the build is gonna work. Crackling Energy also gonna work. I don't see a reason for it to not work, but since I will play it, I will update everything live, so it's still safe to play Crackling Energy because I play it. I will update it, and final goal for me is to play the Ball Lightning build. I think it's the favorite build of the season. Many people wants to play this build, and since it's an endgame build, you cannot really level with the build. You can probably, with doing some some modification to the build, but it's not gonna be optimal at all. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend you guys to play Ball Lightning. Ball Lightning is the endgame build. That's what we are aiming for. So to summarize, my plan is gonna be picking my leveling guide. I'm literally like during the live, I'm following my build guide because for those who watch me, you probably know I hate leveling, so I just follow my guides and I just change stuff if needed. But usually I don't need to change anything. Like I played this for several seasons, it's fine. Then I'm gonna switch to crackling energy. Crackling energy here, I'm gonna do all the testing for you and update if needed, but I don't think it needs many updates right now. The build seems to be very fine to me. I don't see a reason why it would work. Then after that, as I said, you can still read this if you're like, if you forgot what I just said earlier, you can just read that. It's well summarized and it's just grinding. You're gonna grind for hours and hours. You're gonna do some pits, you're gonna do some infernal hordes, you're gonna progress, and when you reach T4, I put like some requirement here, I think. So to get this build started, you're gonna need the seasonal power, you're gonna need Starless Sky, I believe. Yeah, you're gonna need the Uber Unique, and you're gonna need the seasonal power, very important to get Mana Shield, Power Siphon, Advanced Techniques, and Explosive Combination. I put the version with Chaos Armor, but like for example, I put Alternative if you don't have Locran's Talisman, because it's not very easy to get the Chaos unique in the slot that you want. I give you explanation about how it works, how you can change it, how you can adapt it to your build and what you loot. You can also use Crown of Lucian instead of Shroud of Falzet if you want to have more damage. You can use Tybos really if you don't have Locrans. Locran is big damage buff though, so try to get it. And yeah, the build needs Okun Catalyst. The build doesn't work without it, so Okun's Catalyst is really needed. And yeah, I think that's it. Let me know if you have some requests about some particular video. I think I'm gonna make a T1 T4 transition video again during my stream with Esadora and try to explain to you what to do. Then when I can, I will switch to Ball Lightning one. I will test everything, the speed farming version also. Maybe with Strike of Stormhorns, but I really want to play the orbiting one with Okun Catalyst. So yeah, the season is gonna start in less than a day. As I already said, I will be live streaming on Twitch, X, YouTube, so feel free to come to say hi, ask questions if you need. I have Discord. So yeah, that's it for me today. I hope that was helpful for you, and that's gonna help you to decide what to do. I might also switch to Spiritborn a few days after. I really want to play the Payback build on the Spiritborn. Payback looks really sick. I don't know, maybe Evade, but I don't know if we sorcerer have a reason to play Evade if we perma teleport. Like this Payback build that I showed is just sick. This is a T4 hordes. You're destroying T4 horde. The video is X2 I think, because otherwise it's a bit boring, but this is literally T4 without any master working, just ancestral gear, 1 GA, and yeah, I really like this build, like the visual of this build, as you can see, like you're just blasting everything. So we'll see, and hope to see you tomorrow, and happy season 10.